Yes, we are live. It says we are live. Hi, Alison.
Hi, Pete. How are you?
I'm great.
Good.
Welcome everybody who's watching. If you're watching on playback, just give us a few seconds. Just gonna wait a few minutes or so people can join in watching live. And if you are watching live, please ask us any questions. And today we are announcing, Alison, how exciting, our
I know.
first hosted cruise with P&O.
Yeah, really exciting. This is a great moment to have a hosted cruise with P&O. Huge step forward for Passion for Cruises and all our solos out there. Yeah, fantastic news.
It really is. So we're going to go through all the information. We're going to go through the pricing early as well. So we're not going to keep you hanging on, and then we're going to talk about the cruise. But the first announcement we're going to make, Alison, which we're really excited about, is who's hosting the cruise?
Would that be me and you, Pete?
We're both. We
Yeah,
are
joint
both.
joint hosting.
We had to do this. We
Absolutely.
had to get on this cruise, didn't we? So we're
Yep,
joint hosted because we are cruisers. That's what we
yep,
love to do more than anything else. Yeah. So we are first of all going to announce that we're going to joint host this wonderful cruise. Right. Here we go. Yeah. And if you've got any questions, please ask us. If anybody's watching
yep.
live, that'd be appreciated. Or put anything in comments, by the way, as well. Right. The cruise. Alison,
Yep.
the Azura, the P&O Azura.
P&O Azura. The Azura
Azura.
currently
Azura.
is cruising around the Canaries. It's been one of our most popular ships to book people on over the winter, and we're still booking people on. It's been hugely popular. Then, after it's finished in the Canaries, middle of March, it relocates to Valletta in Malta, and that's
Yes.
where it's going to home port.
It does. And that's what we're going to do
Yep.
because this is the details of
Yep.
our first hosted cruise. Alison,
Yeah, 7 nights. So it's going from Valletta in Malta, as I say, 27th of April. 7 nights sailing to Italy and Croatia. 2 ports in Italy, 2 ports in Croatia. 2 days at sea, so absolutely perfect cruise there, and then back to Valletta. So yeah,
yep,
fantastic itinerary.
yep. And the Azura, this tells you
Yeah,
details about it, yeah?
yeah. A nice size ship, so maximum capacity if there's double occupancy in every cabin, 3,100. So a great
Yep.
size of ship, 19 decks. It's got 10 restaurants, 13 bars and cafes, and just the usual that it's got
Yeah,
on most ships. It's got an outdoor cinema, which is great,
yeah,
theatre, spa, and the outdoor retreat. Gym, casino, library, which I know a lot of people like. It does things like dance classes.
yeah.
It's got 4 pools and 6 whirlpools, so lots of
And,
things on
and
board.
if you want to see the pools, you can Google them because we, for
Yeah.
copyright reasons, we can only show so much, and there's
Yep.
not much on the P&O website. Could you
No,
believe
there's
on that one?
not.
Yes,
Yep.
right. But I do know Fraser at Sea, by the way. Fraser at Sea YouTube channel has done a video about the
Yep.
Azura. Yeah, so
He
just
has.
look up Fraser at Sea, one of our wonderful admins. The deal, straight to the deal. Yeah,
Yep.
it's a, as you said, it's a 7 night cruise on the 27th of April. It
Yep.
isn't 20,237 nights. It's That's 2023.
How good would that be?
What a we talk about a world
Yeah.
cruise.
That's
That
like
would be
world,
incredible.
world, and world.
Yeah, it's 7 nights. Yeah, seven
7
nights
nights.
cruise.
Yep. Yep.
And
Yep.
these are including flights, by the
Yep.
way. Yeah,
Yeah.
flights
Includes the
from.
flights, includes the luggage, includes the transfers, and it also includes the tips on board. So yeah, fantastic prices.
Can you believe that the
Yeah.
luggage? You know how expensive it is to add luggage because it's incredible, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
and it's included the luggage, it's included the transfers that take
Yep.
you to Valletta from the airport. Yeah,
Yep.
so £635 will get you on this cruise. That's from Gatwick. Now there are some possible regional flights, Alison.
Yes, yeah, we have 3 other regional flights available. So we have Bristol, we have Birmingham, and we have Manchester, and they all come at an extra £50 supplement.
And you're flying from Manchester, aren't you?
I am. I'm going from Manchester, so I'm going to make my way down from Glasgow because there's no Scottish flights on this one. But I know I'm not the only one coming from Scotland, so hopefully we'll get a few more. And if anyone wants to join me, I'll be going down to Manchester. I know there's lots of already booked from Manchester, so hopefully we get a few more. And yeah, I'll see them there.
Yeah, and the thing about this, the lovely thing about this hosted cruise, it's not more expensive because it's a host. There's lots that we're going to
That,
be doing on board, yeah. In fact,
yep,
normally hosted cruises are cheaper quite often, aren't they, Alison?
yeah,
Because we don't do a
absolutely.
hosted cruise unless we can get enough cabins, and we can get a great deal. The
Yep.
itinerary, right?
Yeah, it's a really really nice one. This one. So many people who have been booking this have been commenting, particularly on the itinerary, saying they really like the ports, some of the more unusual ones. So the first one when we go to Messina in Italy. That's famous for Mount Etna. We've got a day at sea, and then we're across to Croatia and Zadar, port I've never been to before. After that, we go back to Italy to Trieste, which is probably one of the closest ports we're going to get into for Venice now. So if anyone particularly wants to see Venice, that's the port for you. Then we go back over to Croatia. To the one I'm really looking forward to is Split. I haven't been to Split before. I've been to Croatia, but not Split. But I'm really looking forward to that one. Then we have another day at sea before we head back to Valletta. So a
And that's the
really
map.
lovely, lovely itinerary.
Now we will explain exactly what to expect from a hosted cruise in a bit, yeah. But just to go through a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
First port of
So
call, Messina.
yeah, lovely Messina. So how beautiful does that look? Yeah, and as I say, as a lot of these ports are, they're there for the if you like your history. There's a lot of history in all
Yeah,
these ports that we're going to be visiting.
the 12th
Mount
century Norman church. Yeah,
Absolutely. Mount Etna is one of the things that everybody likes to go and see when they're in Messina. But there's quite a few different excursions that P&O offers. So I had a look at some of them. You can, like I say, go up to Mount Etna. There's wine tasting, a little village called Taormina, if I say that right, which is supposed to be completely beautiful. Any Godfather film fans, you can do a walking tour and see all the sights from The Godfather, or you can just go to Messina and just do either walking or tours of Messina. So an awful
so
lot to do.
excited.
Yeah, a
I've
lot to
never
do.
been to Italy. I have never been to Italy, so I have never been to Croatia. So it's
Oh,
so
yeah,
excited as well. I
yeah,
have been to
yeah,
Malta. I know Valletta
yeah,
very well.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. Now, Zadar in Croatia.
Yeah, how beautiful does this look? And I absolutely love Croatia. I think it's an absolutely fantastic country. So this one is kind of Zadar's a mix of the old and the new. So I said before, it's got like the old history to it, combined with sort of cosmopolitan cafes and street culture and things like that. So yeah, it's a really interesting city. Getting about the excursions, you've got tuk-tuk excursions, jeep safaris, you can do the walking tours. One thing that they do offer from this port is the Karka National Park, where you've got the spectacular waterfalls. Now you can also do it from Split as well. So if you really want to see the waterfalls and you want to see Split, then do it from Zadar, or the other way around if you want to see other things in Zadar. So yeah, that's a must do.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
looks superb.
Wow.
Another one which looks absolutely beautiful, Trieste in Italy. Um, this one is the one that you said it's closest to Venice. You know, the ships don't really go into Venice anymore. So if you want to do Venice, there's your opportunity. You can do a big tour of Venice or a tour on your own. It's also very close, and I didn't know this. It's actually surrounded by Slovenia. So if you want to take a tour and go into Slovenia to Ljubljana and see Lake Bled, you can actually do that on P&O on one of their excursions. Otherwise, probably what I'm going to do is have just a nice wander about Trieste because it looks absolutely beautiful.
It looks stunning. And we'll talk about that because a part of the hosted side of things as well.
Yeah.
Split in Croatia.
Split, yeah, this is the one that everybody gets excited about. So I too am looking forward to. I've got a friend that lives in Split as well, so lucky person. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Split on
Stunning.
the Dalmatian coast. Pedestrianised centre, historic as all the other ports are.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Magical.
countryside. Yeah, as I say, you can do the waterfalls, you can do walking tours. And anyone who's been to Croatia before, and especially if you've been down to Dubrovnik, you know how big Game of Thrones are. Well, if you're a Game of Thrones fan, you can also do the Game of Thrones walking tour in Split as well. So that's what you
Wow.
can do
Look at
there.
that. Yeah. And
Yeah.
one of the must-dos we had is Sicily, isn't it?
Yeah,
They said.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's going to be a fantastic start to the cruise.
Yeah.
Really nice start to that. And both the ports,
Yeah.
I looked at other things that do. I know if you're a hop on, hop off fan, if you're like me, you like the little tourist tourist trains, the little trolley trains as they called. You can do them in both Split and Messina. So I'll be
Wow.
hopping on one of them, I think, in one
Got
of those
got a
ports.
couple of comments. I'll go to them in a second. Just a few bits because we have. It said that we've got the inside cabins. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
you have your sea view
Sea view.
cabins
Yep.
and the balcony
And
as
the
well.
balconies.
The
Yep.
choices.
So
Yeah.
you've got all those choices, whichever one you prefer. The choices are there.
Yep. And just going to hide that so we can show these more. And we managed to get a few photos of the ship of what's on
Yep.
the ship there. The Playhouse Theatre.
Playhouse Theatre. Yep. Hopefully some fantastic shows. I didn't know
Yeah.
what shows were on, but yeah, Puno do some great shows. So yeah, looking forward to seeing things in there. This is the retreat, outdoor retreat. So if you fancy on one of the sea days, just chilling out and relaxing, yeah, head up to the retreat.
Yeah. I love this idea.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the open air cinema. So yeah, I'm sure they probably show things at night, I would imagine.
The
On the
Godfather. They're bound to show the
yeah,
Godfather, aren't they? Yeah.
absolutely. I would have thought so. Yeah,
Yeah, we've got to see
definitely.
the Godfather in Sicily. It's fantastic,
Yeah,
wouldn't it be? And
definitely.
choice of eateries, you've got the buffet,
Yeah, yeah.
you
There's
have the beach
yeah, the
house,
beach house. Yeah,
the
so many
poolside.
places on board. Whether
Yeah, I
their
do love the poolside
speciality or
pizza.
oh, absolutely. How good is in Italy? What better place to get pizza than
Yeah.
Italy as well? Hope they learn to make
Yes.
their pizzas. Yeah,
Yeah, the famous Sindu. Yeah,
Sindu. Yeah,
absolutely fantastic.
yeah,
And some
yeah,
wonderful bars, a Manhattan bar.
yeah. So many different bars and restaurants on board.
That's,
Say that 10 restaurants and 13 bars and cafes. So we're
look
not
at
going to be
that.
stuck on CD, are we?
No, I don't think we're going to be. Look at that.
Yeah,
That's what we want, isn't it?
yeah,
The Java
absolutely.
bar.
Yeah,
And Brody's bar.
yeah.
Fantastic. So I'll just see what the comments are, first of all. What is the luggage allowance? Great question, Anne.
We're still waiting to find out the flights on this one, but it'll be around about 20 or 22 kilos on that one. We'll find out as soon as we
Yeah.
get the flights on that one, but it'll be about 20 to 22.
Wow.
And hi to Anne, by the way. Anne's one of my
Hey,
friends.
Anne. Hi, Anne.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Did a similar itinerary last year. After the flight departures, times fixed, or do they notify later?
We're just waiting for them to come out, Paul. So we hope to have them in the next week or two. P&O haven't released them yet, so yeah, we're just waiting for those to come out.
Great question, and we.
Yeah, as far as I know, Anne, they're right. Actually, we're right actually in the towns. I will check that one out though. But as far as I know,
Yeah.
we're right in the towns of all these, which
We'll
is
talk
going to be
about that because on
fantastic. Yeah,
the beauty about a hosted cruise, we'll explain that in a second about what we do beforehand. Paul, amazing deal. Hope there are more P&O fly cruises in June and July. That's what we hope as well,
yeah,
Paul. Yeah, it's
absolutely.
our first one.
Yeah, and Paul, if you look out for the Azura, it does slightly different itineraries. There's one, I think it goes down to the Greek islands. It also does the Italy, France coast as well. So they kind of vary their itineraries a little bit. So yeah,
Jealous.
yeah,
Canaries. I lived in Gran Canaria for 5 years back in my youth,
yeah.
so that's a wonderful time of year to go in February.
Yeah, so many
Honestly.
people have been doing the Azura over the winter, and we've got so many still going for their 7 nights. It has been so popular, so it's no wonder this is a popular one as well.
So just to show you the deal again, before we talk about what is a hosted cruise.
Yeah, and if anyone wants to go
key.
on our website, it's deal number 4 on our website in the top 100 solos. So if you want to go on our website and look at that, and you can also pause the video when we do it on replay and get all the information on there.
Yep, we can do. Yep, let me find what that was. So, and of course, you can email. If you email sales@passionforcruises.co.uk, somebody may pick that up straight away. Yeah, you can get yourself on it. These emails are looked at, aren't they, Alison? So, otherwise, phone the office in the morning.
And yeah, Lizzie and Steve have been busy all weekend doing, and I actually booked somebody on this one just a few hours ago. So yeah.
So the hosted side. This is the exciting side. What is a hosted cruise? I mean, first of all, it's really kind of having normally a friendly face on board, but hopefully 2 friendly faces on board, because we're both going to be there, which is, and we have cruised together before. We met on the Norwegian Epic as cruisers on the transatlantic.
We absolutely did,
back in the day. So the first thing we're going to do is that we will go live sometime the week before the cruise, yeah,
Yep.
to go through everything with everybody, to explain this is what we're going to do, this is where this is going to happen, how is everything, any questions you're not sure
Yep.
about, all those little things. We will go live on the YouTube channel, and it will be on the Passion for Cruises group. Yeah,
Yep.
that's the first thing that we do every single hosted cruise, which is a real help. And right, so again, it's hosted cruise, friendly face on board. The first thing we will have a welcome meeting when we get on the ship. It'd be welcome to Valletta in Malta, a beautiful port. We're right in the heart of Valletta. You can walk to the old town within about 5 minutes from there. That's where it is.
Yep.
One of the most beautiful ports that you can cruise from. So the party to leave is just going to be incredible. Yeah. And the weather that time of year, you got real hopes as well. Beautiful time of year in
Yeah.
spring, late spring, really, early summer,
Absolutely.
isn't
And
it?
I think it's a great time to go before it
Yeah.
gets far too hot and crowded. So you're right. It's
Yeah.
fantastic time to go.
And what we do, um, every day in the morning, we will have a coffee meetup. Yeah, a coffee meetup, and that's kind of the heart of everything that we do. Where we then meet up, we say hi to everyone, have a coffee, have a little chat, and that's where we can meet fellow solos. And we can organize anything. If you want to be organized, it's entirely up to you. You can dip in and dip out as much as you want. Now, the coffee meetings, for instance, we can talk about, if you haven't booked an excursion, we could talk about exploring the ports with fellow solos. Yeah, we
Yep.
will walk off the ship together and we will explore. So we at the coffee meetings, we can organize that, and we can organize the ones in advance. It's a
Yep.
great way of doing that. Or of course, we can talk about, if you wanted to book excursions and organize going to see excursions, but you wanted to have company because you
Yep.
wouldn't necessarily do it, we can organize that at the coffee meeting. And also, not only that, organize things like eating together. Passion for Cruises always put the solos together on tables together, which is great. Yeah. But we can talk about that. And of course, if there's a specialty restaurant you want to try, but you're thinking, I don't want to do it because I don't want to be sat by myself. Again, at the coffee meeting, you can say, who wants to go to this restaurant? When do you want to go? We can do that. You can have company, which is fantastic.
Absolutely.
And you can talk about going to see the shows together if you want to
Yep.
do that. So it's a really good way. Plus, we'll set up the Passion for Cruises quiz team or quiz teams.
Oh, I think it's got to be teams on this one, Pete.
Team Allison, Team Pete. Oh,
Yep.
I'm gonna get thrashed. Yeah, I'm useless. Yeah, I am useless. But the quiz team, so we can have fun with the quizzes
Yep.
together. And if you've got any card fans, you want to organise a card club together, you can. One of the things that we did on the first hosted cruise on the Virtuoso we did, and is that we had a book swap, for instance.
Yep.
And if you're a quick reader and you've got a book on board and you want to bring it to the coffee meeting and go, who wants to take that book and swap with somebody else, you can do that from there. Yeah. And one of the lovely things that one of the sea days, we will have a prize draw, a fun and games prize draw in the coffee meeting. All it is, you put your name in a hat and we have a prize. And if your name comes out of the hat, you win that prize. There's no cost, nothing to do. It's just fun. Yeah.
Yep.
So, so hopefully we'll have sort of merchandise and things like that, so I did that on the Virtuoso. It was so much fun. I have to admit, it was a bit more like blankety blank with the prizes, if you remember that, but we're going to do our best to get as many good ones as
Yep.
we can. And
Yep.
again, I've cruised on the Britannia, and I noticed with P&O, my first ever cruise, how people do make an effort and dress up a bit. They dressed
Yep.
up more than I expected with P&O, and on the first gala night that they have, we would do, if you want to be involved, we'll meet up in the evening before the gala night and we'll have a group photo of all of us, which would be wonderful. Yeah. If you want to do that, all dressed up. So that's another thing we do. And again, we will organize a pre-dinner drink, or we will turn up at the solo meetings if they have them.
Yep.
That's a rough idea, isn't it, Alison, of the
Yeah.
sort of things that you could expect.
Absolutely.
It means a hosted cruise means that you're not alone if you don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
It's an
Absolutely.
ideal. If you haven't cruised before as a solo and you're nervous about it, Alison, yeah,
Yep.
It's this is an ideal way of of blooding yourself
Absolutely.
in.
Absolutely. And one thing Pete didn't mention, and I know why he didn't mention it, was the breakfast club. Because Pete doesn't usually make breakfast club. So I will be at breakfast club. I'll do breakfast club.
Yeah, I was so lucky. I had a wonderful cafe at Breakfast Club. Yeah, Breakfast Club. I did make Breakfast Club on the Virtuosa, by the way. Yeah, so Breakfast Club again is great if you want to share breakfast.
Yep.
And we got them to put a table together for us, which was
Yep.
wonderful. We had a big round table, and it grew and grew and grew. And I did crawl out into the Breakfast Club a few times.
So I'm an early riser, and I like being up on deck to see the sailing. So I'll probably be up early and then go and have breakfast. Yeah. So
Brent,
breakfast club as well if anyone wants to
don't
join
be
us.
tempted, Brenda. Don't be
Yeah.
tempted.
Just do it, Brenda.
Join us. We booked it. We had.
Yep.
When we got announced, we were fighting.
Yep.
It's like, I want to do this. Okay, I want to do it. So
Yep.
I'm going to book it.
And we
You
have
know,
over 50 booked already, Brenda. So
yeah,
come and join the party.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. When I saw this cruise, I was like, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
I just can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. And what a wonderful time of year.
Yeah.
Where are the flights from?
Well, Brenda, we have Gatwick available. We have Bristol, Birmingham, or Manchester. So your choice where you want to go from, and we can look at flights from there for you.
Right. Uh, tempting. Tempting.
Very tempting, Dee.
It's really, it's going to be a
Yeah.
great cruise. Honestly, don't be tempted. Yeah. Um, do you get to see Valletta on this cruise? Now, Lizzie has answered that with an interesting one. If you went back to back, basically, yeah, the week before, then obviously you can see Valletta, because I don't think you're going to have much time otherwise. Alison, do you?
No, I don't think so. I think probably what will happen is you'll come straight from the airport onto the ship, and then there won't be probably much time by the time you know what it's like when you board the ship and you get your cabins and everything, and then we'll do sail away, and then when we come back to Valletta, you'll be going from the ship to the airport. So no, unfortunately, you won't get much time to see Valletta, or certainly walk about Valletta, should I say?
I would say if you're up for this, prices change. The hardest thing about I'm talking about cruises and prices,
Yeah,
is they can change the next day. We
yeah,
have done a show like
yeah,
this with everything set, and the flights have changed price
yeah,
wise. Not
yeah,
us,
yeah,
not even the cruise line. This is the
yeah.
price at the
But
moment.
yeah,
Email sales@passionforcruises.co.uk, and if you're interested, and
yeah.
someone can pick that up.
Absolutely, and we can check availability depending on which airport you want to go from, and definitely we can
Are
check
there
that
early
out for you.
flights outbounds?
We don't have the flight times yet, Dee, but yes, outbound I suspect they're all going to be early because we need to get to Malta in
Yeah.
plenty of time to get on the ship and board, and then everybody that's coming off needs to come back on the flights we've just gone in on. So
I've flown to
yes, they
Malta.
will be they will
I've
be
flown to
early.
Malta lots of times, yeah.
Yeah,
The flights are either normally like 6 o'clock in the morning, right? Or something like 11 o'clock at night, basically, or 10 o'clock
yeah.
at night.
Well,
That's
these
my
are
experience.
yeah. Well,
So
these are charter.
it'll be early.
Yeah, these are charter flights that P&O charter. We're still waiting to
Okay.
find out what airline they're using and the details of the flights. But yes, they will be
Les.
early.
Le
I've seen some going out to the Canaries as early as
uh,
6:15 from Manchester. Some maybe
yeah.
as late as 9:30, 10 o'clock, but they certainly won't
Okay.
be much later than that.
Yeah. Would I be? I'll definitely be dressing up 100%. I need to get a bow tie. I don't own a bow tie. I did own a wonderful dinner jacket. Yeah. Lovely dinner jacket and trousers. I took them a while ago onto a cruise. Well, I didn't take them onto the cruise because I tried them on before to pack them. Unrealistic. They went to a charity shop because they no longer fitted by anything. I
Yeah,
need to get another DJ. I've got jackets, but yes, I will look at all that
yeah.
absolutely on that one. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I
That's
did
the
my
whole
first
thing
cruise.
about a cruise, isn't it? You wear your tight clothes at the start and keep the loose ones for the end. That's the
Yeah.
trick on a cruise.
Yeah. So great. So just to go through very quickly again, what the most important part of it is that.
Absolutely.
That is the key. Yeah.
Yeah,
We would
absolutely.
love you to join us inside £635 for flights from Gatwick.
Yeah,
And with the luggage, with the taking you from the
Transfers.
airport,
Yeah.
transfers.
And
That
the tips on board as well. They included as well.
it's
One thing we didn't talk about with Pete, drinks packages. I know a few
yeah,
people are going to be asking. Um,
me.
drinks on board. Yeah, Pete actually asked me before the show. The first thing he said was, "What's the drinks like?" So yeah, drinks on P&O are really reasonable price. They're very much kind of like UK pub prices. If you want to do the non-alcohol package, that's your mocktails, your soft drinks, your specialty coffees, etc. That's 19.95 a day. If you want to do the full alcohol package, it's 39.95 a day. Otherwise, you pay as you go on board. And as I said, drinks prices are really reasonable on board P&O. They're certainly one of the most reasonable I've found anyway. So your choice what you want to do on that one.
And you can take something on board, you said, Alison.
Yeah, you can. You can take a litre of spirits, and I think it's a litre of wine. I'll check that one out again. And whatever soft drinks you want, you can take on, but it's got to be for use in your own cabin. So you can do that. Yeah, if you want to, or you can take on the little, like the gin and tonic mixers ready
Yeah.
made in the cans as well. So
So I
if you
guess
want to
when you
pick something up
land,
in duty free, or pick something up in duty free,
yeah, duty free
and
at
you'll
the
be able to,
airport,
yeah, as long
and
as it's
then
not
jump on
over
a
a
boat.
litre, you are allowed, and it's got to be for use in their cabin. Yeah,
I'll be doing that. That's definitely 100%. A litre of spirit or wine. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. That's
yeah.
fantastic.
And
Great.
soft drinks. Yeah,
And so and some cans of soft drink, whatever. Okay,
yeah,
fantastic. Thank you everybody for watching. Again, if you're interested, email the office or phone the office tomorrow. It's our first hosted cruise with P&O. Cannot wait. Cannot wait
yeah.
for this itinerary. And Alison, I can't wait to cruise with you again.
I
This is
know.
going to be
Be
after all
fantastic.
these years.
Yeah, I know. It'll be fantastic and not
Yeah.
long to wait.
Fantastic, yeah. And again, thank you, everybody. We've
Yeah.
got one thing. You
Thanks
can
for
take
watching,
one
everyone.
litre and as much soft
That's right.
drinks.
As
Yeah,
much soft drinks as you can
yeah.
carry. Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody, for watching. I really hope that we will see you on board and we will be back
Definitely.
with some more hosted cruises as soon as they come in. Thank you, everybody.
Right.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.